The annual recap for 2022 is here to remind you all about those important areas and issues we've covered this year, in case you have forgotten or were not following up with the newsreels of this year.
On New Year's Day, a 14-year-old girl was hit in the head by a bullet while she was sleeping in her room.
In January, we told you a story of a girl in Maiduguri, northeast Nigeria, who was hit by a stray bullet that passed through her bedroom while she slept on New Year's Day. At the hospital, she was denied treatment and asked to produce a police report. Keep in mind there is a standing order to not withhold gunshot treatment over absence of a police report.
This was despite the fact that Nigeria had passed the Compulsory Treatment for Gunshot Victims Act in 2017. The act mandates doctors in Nigeria to immediately treat people with gunshot wounds.
In February, we told the story of the fall of Abba Kyari, Nigeria's super cop, as many Nigerians saw him to be.
On January 21st of this year, Abba Kyari put a call through to an officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Abuja and arranged to have a meet.
He was involved in an illegal drug deal, which many would say led to his fall from grace.
Traffickers who had been coming in from Ethiopia and who had in their possession 25 kilograms of cocaine. Reportedly, he then proposed a deal.
In March, we told you why police officers and security personnel rarely go on strike due to some laws prohibiting them from doing so.
Have you ever wondered if police officers could embark on a strike action? You are not alone.
In April, the Senate proposed a bill to criminalize payment of ransom as a means to curb the epidemic of kidnappings in Nigeria.
The Nigerian Senate is considering a bill which seeks to criminalize the payment of ransom to kidnappers. The bill, as you can see here, has killed its second reading.
In May, the Abuja-Kaduna train kidnappers gave a 7-day ultimatum for the government to meet their demands and sent videos of the victims still in captivity from the attack 2 months before.
The terrorists have now given the federal government a 7-day ultimatum, threatening to kill the captives if their demands are not met within this time frame.
In June, within 21 days of the first case of monkeypox in the UK making it to the media, about 20 or more countries contracted the virus.
You have probably heard about monkeypox. Almost everyone has. This is what it looks like.
We asked the question,
should Nigerians be worried about monkeypox?
In July, after a heavy rainfall in Lagos State, many were circulating videos showcasing many parts of Lagos submerged in water.
But other parts of Nigeria also experienced heavy rainfall.
What made Lagos different? Why is Lagos more prone to flooding every time it rains? We explained it here.
According to climatologists, wetlands serves as some sort of bus stop between the city area and the nearby water bodies. What this means is that if Lagos insists on converting wetlands into housing units, which it has, then there will be no bus stop anymore between the city area and the water bodies.
In August, we explained that though women and children are soft targets of any violence and tragedy you can think of, children were becoming targets more and more.
Women and children are soft targets of every manner of violence, crime and tragedy that you can possibly think of.
In September, we echoed findings that the increment of rainfall in Nigeria was concerning and had the potential to cause possible disastrous flooding in several Nigerian cities from then till October, especially in Kaduna, Bayelsa, Delta and Borno states.
And Bayelsa are at risk of flooding between now and October.
In October, over 30 states in Nigeria were ravaged by disastrous flooding, and it affected millions of lives. The incident happened after farmlands in the country's north central were flooded following months of rainfall. Nigeria is battling unprecedented flooding that has ravaged over 30 states and affected more than 500,000 persons. In November, we told the story of the Birni Yauri schoolgirls who were abducted last year. 11 of them remain in captivity and are faced with extreme sexual and mental abuse.
The government must assume its full responsibility for protecting the lives and properties of Nigerians
and ensuring safe school initiatives are implemented. In December, we asked the question, what happens when a person leaves the Boko Haram territory?
According to a November military briefing, over 80,000 persons associated with the group have surrendered since July 2021.
As we move on to 2023, we look forward to asking more questions and bringing you summarized versions of the news and investigations we cover. Stay with us.